So today what I will be doing is I'm going to be going through a lot of the recordings that I have on the Boys SMP, kind of showing you guys them and whatnot. This is my next Boys SMP video, but I kind of just want to kind of show you guys, kind of expose a little bit more. It's only been a year since we did the initial Boys SMP, and basically, I guess to start off with, let's just do when I was streaming. So basically what we did is this has no audio, just to let you guys know. Um so this is when we were doing our netherite beacon. This is not when I was streaming. I don't think. So at least I don't think I actually did the beacon. No. Is this even the right video? This is the right video, I think. So basically what I did is I revoked an advancement from myself so that it doesn't look like I've already made it because I cheated the advancement to begin with. And I should state, future videos that I show you from my recordings could potentially contain swears or inappropriate actions, and I do not promote any hatred or bullying towards myself or James or any other members like this. And I can call him James because I know him in real life. That's not a good excuse, but okay, we'll go with that. No, I know his channel though. So yeah. I don't actually think I really placed on the beacon, huh? Wow. Okay. Skip a little bit. So basically, this is at 6:06, and I was like, we'll place on the beacon at 7. I think I said something like that on Discord. And meanwhile, I just terraformed the land. I made it look better, cleaner. I think. Yeah, cleaner. I did a lot of work in 10 seconds. I mean, to be honest, it shouldn't be that hard to just terraform land. Like, not that much land either. Let's see. What was I needing an auto clicker for? To be honest, this auto clicker sucks too. This is only this type micro. I'm going to place the beacon at 7 p.m. if anyone wants to get the beaconator advancement. Here we go. This is your time to do it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is. And there's that zombie that I killed. Yeah, okay. So if we skip over to 6:46. So this is like just YouTube. If I were to ever post this, I'd cut out all the YouTube and whatnot. So, oh gosh, okay, I'm pausing this at least. There's the URL if you guys want the video. And I will say a lot of the videos that have actually been taken down, I do have by creators themselves. I'm not gonna show them. If all the recordings I have of videos that are taken down that I actually like, which is like none of them. I think there's like 15 seconds worth of videos I actually like that got taken down. It's just like I don't really care. So let's get to right here. I think it's pretty good. So here we are, about to place the beacon. We're gonna skip a little bit ahead. I wish I could have done this at the time. So there we go. Ready? It's veteran 7. He moves a little bit and then 7. Let's go. Okay. It's 7 p.m. and we all get the beaconator advancement. I take a screenshot and I send it. Why do I just keep minimizing it? I should state I actually don't have any more screenshots of the Boys SMP. I deleted the rest of them that I had. They do exist. I actually still have this whole group chat. But I'm not sure. I don't know why I did that. It's not like the thing can go more up. So, yeah. So, huh. You guys have seen his face. So, it's my screenshot. We go a little bit more ahead, and we actually fight. I think this is one thing that James did a lot. He really, enjoyed, well, breaking things by the looks of things. You can tell. So, if you guys didn't know, you're not allowed to grief on the Boys SMP unless it is for a trap. It can only be a fall damage trap. I said that on Nestle Slay, and well, he died. That's for sure. And I got all of his stuff. Pretty cool. However, you are not allowed to grief like this, or you weren't allowed to grief like this. And another thing is on November 1st, we had this rule, or I made this rule. I was very biased. Everyone kept leaving the server if you tried to kill them. And I wasn't really standing for it. Because, well, me and James wanted it to be an anarchy server. We wanted PvP. And everyone was leaving during PvP. Even James. Just to let you guys know, it was even James. So I came up with this rule to basically make it where on November 1st, you have to wait 30 seconds before you can leave the server. Now, this is what James and Nestle did too. They wouldn't just wait 30 seconds. They would count to 30 in their head. This is my guess. They've never told me. They would count to 30 in their head, and they would just leave the server after literally 5 seconds. They would because burning counted, and whilst they were still burning from me hitting with my sword, they had no fire res, so just note to self, I was the only one that used potions. I think Nestle also used potions, but James didn't play the server enough to kind of get that, I guess, ability. But they would just leave during burning, and I'm legitimately over here trying to be do you want me to really this just doesn't seem fair on my end. And also, this was 1 full month after the server started. I showed that. The thing is, that's just what they did. They didn't seem that they didn't like to follow the rules. None of them did. I didn't either, to be real. The one I booked the most was what was it? Cheating. That one I broke the most. But to be real with you, they kept playing, and if you don't like a rule, you have the right to stop playing. So clearly they were okay to abide by that rule. And to be honest, if I really wanted them to listen, it would have been better to add a mod or force a mod. Or kick them. Something like that. But that's something James and SSA did pretty often. I don't think I did a single time. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I didn't, though. From what I remember, whenever I would be usually the one starting fights. This was actually one of the times where Nestle had to get off, and me and James duked it out for an hour. So here's James griefing and whatnot. Which, just to let you know, he always got mad at me for like breaking a single block at his house or like any of his bills, and then he's allowed to do this. Again, no hatred towards members. This is all meant to be a joke and whatnot. He left the game by the way because he was gonna die. So he also did that really often. It's like, so one time we were getting the Lytras. I have footage for this too. It was done on 10/26, 24, and basically what happened was he had fallen into the void. Now, if you don't know this, you lose everything. He didn't have an Elytra. None of us had the Elytra. I think none of us had the Elytra. I don't remember. And we were allowing TPs. To be honest, he was relying on TPs because every single time I think he would pearl, he would tell me, TP me, TP me, TP me. Or like whenever one of us would TP over there, we would all TP to that person. Which, it was never James. James was relying on TPs a lot because he didn't want to die almost getting the Elytra, right? I mean, I don't blame him that much, but it does kind of make me think about the fact that, like, I wasn't really the only one breaking rules here, you know, and I was told that I was breaking, like, hella rules and, you know, like, all this, and sorry if I'm swearing and stuff, but, I mean, I guess I did put a warning at the beginning of the video, but point being is, like, I'm the one being told I'm breaking all these rules and stuff, and then these guys are over here, like, breaking a ton of rules too, you know? And I've only kind of realized it not too long ago that that's kind of how that would go. Is like, it was mostly always James being over reliant on stuff. He would hop off the server whilst he was still taking damage from me. Like, it was so weird. Yeah. It's honestly, I mean, it's kind of sad to see now that, like, that's really what we were doing. Like, I don't really think I could do a server like this again. I don't know. Damn. But to be real, I also had a lot of fun with them. I think they definitely at least had some pretty good moments. But overall, it was a lot of just anarchy. Like, on the last couple of days, it was straight up anarchy, to be real with you. The screenshots, the last 5 screenshots that I have were taken, I would probably say approximately 12 hours before this server got deleted. Or 12 hours, something like that. Before the server got deleted, it's all just holes from TNT. And honestly, seeing the server like that is kind of sad because it's like, we all actually had really cool builds, you know? And for me to kind of put TNT and then light it is really, really messed up for me to do. And, you know, to all the Boys SMP, like, Boys SMP members who worked really hard on that, I am actually super, super sorry that you guys put in that work for me just to ruin it. And I will state, I didn't blow up anyone's bases but my brother's. I only blew my brother's. But, yeah. One of the next things we would also do is, I know I'm not really, like, showing you guys videos, but my bad, is whenever someone quit the server, we would put barrier blocks around their base, and we don't really care if, like, what you say if you want barrier blocks around your base. It was like, okay, I'm putting barrier blocks around your base if you say you quit. If you want, you can rejoin, but no, your chest will have nothing. So I tell my brother this, and, you know, he seems cool with it. He says, can I join back? I say, yeah, go ahead, you can join back. He joins back and then instantly gets mad that he has nothing in his chest. And I specifically told him, and then he said he quits. I don't want to join back. So you get 3 warnings for it, and that means he goes in 2, right? He's using the one before the barriers, the one after the barriers. I had removed them at this point. But because he didn't have anything in his chest, even though I warned him, he wanted to quit the server again. And this time he said, I'm not joining back. I offered it. No. And then oddly enough, he says, can I join back? And I said yes. As I said, you get 3 warnings. And I don't actually know if he quit the server this time. I think he stopped playing it all in all after that day. Because he got really pissed at some of the stuff, some of the rules and whatnot. And I think he quit. Because he didn't like him. He's not a PvP guy. But, he says he's not a competitive guy. But humans are competitive. It's baked into our DNA that we're competitive. So, whenever someone says they're not competitive, they're technically lying. They're just not competitive in what you're competitive in. So, if you're competitive in Minecraft PvP and they say, oh, I'm not a competitive person, they're lying. It's baked into our DNA to be better than our peers. Peers being friends and family. So, you are guaranteed to want to be better than everyone else. It's, again, baked into our DNA. So, what's odd is you can actually see this in full action when the first day of the server on 10.18, when I said, we're taking over. For a little bit. So we did specifically also say that if you make videos, you must tell us so that we do not watch them. James broke this rule, and I think Nestlesay broke this rule. They were actually watching my stream nearly the whole time, and they specifically said that, and they said this. I actually didn't have a say in this one, because I actually mostly agreed because it seemed more fair, and because it makes sense. They shouldn't be able to see where my secret base is because of a video, So James and Nestlesay said, let's make it where we can't see each other's videos. And James broke that rule the first day. Yeah. Basically just got to kill, I killed both of them just to begin with, just to be annoying. Also had the first death from a creeper too. Can I kill the bee? Nice, good job. I'm gonna die though. I nearly died, and then watch this, guys. Watch this. I don't actually know if I put this in videos. Oh, yes, sheep. Yes, I might have said sheep. That's what happens when you go in. I had a shield. I could have blocked it. And I actually don't know where that death is. I'm gonna be real. From what I know of, no one's actually found that death on the Boys SMP server. And that is the first death caused by a mob on Boys SMP. I technically didn't have the first death of the server, but we counted it as mine was just meant to be annoying. So I even agreed we should count it as the first death. And well, we did. We counted it as the first death of the Boys SMP. It seemed fair in my mind because I killed them just to be funny and annoying. It worked. But to be real, Um, it was. I don't. Yeah, to be real, I don't think they found any any of that death, like any trace of it. This video and the live stream is actually the trace for it. If I wanted to trace it back and go and find it, that is. But that's if I'm willing to put in the hard work. I do find it really odd, though. This is what we were kind of doing. Although this is really fun to do. So I try looking for my stuff. Is that an AI answer? I don't know. I don't know if I actually said this. So I think I told James this. I don't know if I ever said this to like a mic, but I was trying to turn James and Nestle against each other by being like, yo, James, you wanna like team against Nestle? And I told Nestle, yo, Nestle, you wanna team against James? And it didn't. It never worked. We never would fight.
Not against, team on him. He gets on him knowing.
That would be a question, not a statement.
I wanna try to manipulate him in a way, in like a nice way though.
In a nice type way. Dang, I must be really tired from yawning like 3 times.
An exclamation point.
No, should have been a question mark. Well, clearly back then me also doesn't know anything. Kind of explains me now. No, not really, but
What is your question? I bet he's going outside and telling him, cause he was literally just at his house was epic. What he wants to do, by the way, that's just right out at his house, and now probably won't know. Alright, looks like I'm getting an enemy here. So Nestle Slay, what he wants to do, by the way, Nestle Slay, I'm calling him epic.
how good of loot would you say you have?
Iron.
I think he kind of knew that I was probably going to be the most overpowered. He knew that I had the most time on my hands and whatnot. And, I mean, I did have the most time on my hands with everyone. But I think it was unfair for everyone else because it was an anarchy server. And this just meant because I had so much time on my hands, this meant that it was unfair. You know? I'm not really sure how like you guys would put it, but in my opinion, I find it unfair and feel like it feels really odd to kind of realize that now, but nah, to be real, like my bad guys. But like I got hella footage out of it, so you know what? Yeah. I do actually plan to just drop a lot of this footage randomly. I think yeah, probably eventually. I plan to just drop all of it. Cuz I was contemplating like in October, do I just like drop all of it whenever one day comes out? So like when October 18th rolls around, I just drop it at that on that day. But I don't actually think I would like to do that, and it'd only be Boys SMP content. So like, and it takes so much editing for all those videos and whatnot. Because they weren't meant to come out this early. We were expecting to have the Boys SMP for a lot longer. But that's the thing. We didn't have it for very long because, well, it definitely, we, like, the moment hold on, let me actually show you guys something. This was a while ago. This was a long time ago. And this is all, like, this is from the Boys SMP official server. No longer playable, I think is what NLP stood for. But it's Boys SMP official server, no longer playable. So, this is not what this officially said. This actually first said, huh? I don't know. That's not what this said to begin with. This first said being like, I'm kind of sick of these, quote, this, cheating allegations when they were true. And I kind of just want to play in creative mode. So I gave me and James a special rule. So if I go over here and go to rules, here's every single rule that you had. So I gave me and James owner rule. And everyone was a citizen. A citizen, yes. But if you were given this rule, then that means you can't type in talking. You could type in talking, you couldn't type in chilling. You can type in this. Reorder challenge. What? Oh. No, I'm just wanting to go in there. So, no one talked on this server a single time. So, by those things, we didn't update the server. Yeah, we did. We put it to 1.20, 1.4. Polls, we had a lot of these. Hi, huh, yes, no. Yeah, hi, yes, no, don't care. Who wrote that? Oh. Yeah, they were really annoying. Should we update the version to 1.21.4? Read this to see what it added. The main thing it added was a new biome and a mob. You can also get a new material to make armor trims. So if you... Oh, everyone said yes. Okay. So if you didn't play the server, you were forced to put that. And if you didn't, your vote wouldn't count. And what I would do is I think I closed the polls. So what day was this? Done. Oh, the 7th. Okay. So, should we get rid of Fulbright until the Christmas event? I don't care. I think Foggy and James, I think. Yeah. Did that one. Opinions about the server. Okay, this is a series. Oh, look at that. Opinions that no one will care. Oh, that's questions about the server. YouTube videos. We sent a lot, or I sent a lot of videos in this. And the reason why is because in the official group chat, in the DMs, the direct messages, we would not allow videos because when we did last time, they take up a lot of the space, and when we're trying to text each other, it's just annoying. So I made a specific channel for them, and I mean, I was the only one that watched it, so Building. There's actually so much. Oh. Yeah, this is the dark side of what you guys don't see. So this is a house that Foggy made for Feline. We go down to January 5th. When was this? December 15th. I actually remember this. I don't think I actually ever got to post this in my tour that I did like in March. But honestly, Foggy, like, okay, this is not in any way biased. He is a amazing builder. And by the way, so this was where like I posted, like not really posted, but this is where I put a lot of my stuff. So you got not furnaces. What was this called again? This is my bone meal farm. This is my slime farm by Ray's Works. That was my tree farm right there. House I made for Feline, and then another base gone. This was the last screenshot taken on, or one of the last screenshots. There was a few that I could potentially call the last screenshot, and this was the files. It was meant to hold the Boys SMP files so that you could get the server, but we couldn't find a legible way to send it. You can't send that big of files, and it was an 8 GB server. You can't send that inside of Discord. It doesn't allow you. So what we tried doing instead is we tried sending it like file by file. So we tried doing advancement, but no. And one of the people were really mad at the fact that they didn't get their files, and then when I actually start sending them file by file, they don't even download it. It confused me so much. Like, why have you been mad at me this whole time? Why did you block me? Or I might have blocked him. I don't remember, because this isn't making sense in my mind. If you're going to like you be mad at me for not giving you files and then you're not even willing to download them, it did make me really, really confused. So what I'm gonna hope that works is you basically have to send one file at a time. Literally it's one file at a time. So you go into the world save file, and then you click advancements, and then you gotta send all those files in. I don't know if there's an easier way. If there is, then y'all tell me that one. This is the talking, which was probably the coolest bit. One thing is, this is the wrong place, but I'm not gonna say a whole lot. Foggy was the first one to join. That doesn't surprise me. Foggy was like probably one of the most active people on the Boys SMP besides me. He played daily, just like me. Honestly, he's more of a build type person. I'm more of a type of person to like try to get as OP as possible within the shortest amount of time. Like, but he was an amazing person, and I feel bad because I just troll him often, like creative mode. So, and I mean, I think you knew. So, everyone, if you are in the server but do not play the Boys SMP, then do not talk in any of the channels given, except for the ones that are mentioned in the rules. For if you are not talking about the Boys SMP, if you talk in a different channel, and I have evidence via the auto log, then you will face a kick and maybe a timeout. So this is my brother. Yeah. Everyone. Yeah, so I guess this is kind of some of the lore that you guys were just kind of never told about, huh? So it always would say it's from likely spammer because they got hacked to this person, but yeah, you guys can pause if you guys want to. Oh, I found this so funny when this was first sent. By the looks of things, he got 100 levels, and he never built farms, so I'm not sure. Thanks for the armor trim. I very much appreciate that. This is where we said bye. January 5th, 2025. When Henry joined. Legitimate hours before it was gone. Yeah, he basically changed everything about the server. I wanted to give it to Foggy, but I was really, really pissed about this. That pissed me off so much. He changed everything about it, and I wasn't happy with what he had done. I deleted it that same day. Literally that same day, I deleted it. So where's the server? Where am I? That isn't the full list. Okay then, but you can join the other server that he made. Also, you're at the top of the list when taking the screenshot. I forgot to scroll up. So there he is. And yeah. So yeah. And this is what kind of made me and James really mad after we got rid of the Boys SMP is he makes an invite server for something quote similar or another Boys SMP remake, but James goes and says no, it isn't sure. It may have a similar cast and idea, but neither me or Creed, which is me, endorse or consider it's a new Boys SMP or another Boys SMP remake. It is a different server that just so happens to be similar and has some of the old cast from the Boys SMP. But it isn't the new Boys SMP or Boys SMP remake, and isn't official to the Boys SMP family nor any of the Boys SMP revisions or remakes. Plus, it is called Rizzler Sigma. I hope I have made my point clear. Now, he got mad because he thought it was one. He's right. I never endorsed or considered making a new one. Not yet. But basically, it really made me and James really pissed because it's like, you're saying that you made another one and you were never one of the original owners. You didn't even come up with the effing idea, right? It made us mad because, I mean, me and James have been wanting to make like servers like this. You know, we were making servers like this since we were like tiny little child, you know, like 2 feet tall. And Epic, I don't think ever was doing that. And that's to say, he really never did that. And he said, no, it is a remake, not the remastered version. Is your brain not braining? He says, no, it's not a remake. And he says, no, it is not a remake. He replies to it saying, not an official remake, plus I don't consider it one, nor does Creed, plus all of my previous evidence. Yes, my brain is braining, no dip, Sherlock. And this is the last message ever going to be sent in talking. I can type. I'm never going to click enter on the server again. It's too kind of sacred to kind of be doing that. And now I will be taking you guys to the other server. Here it is. Boys SMP remastered. This was added a little bit ago. Time for some rules. Here's all the rules. and you have to agree if you want to play them. These rules are bust, and they give me okay. Um, Server drops 10/18/24. You must be in the group to play. If you leave without saying, you'll be added back. If you leave the group until at Dozer Tingler, at James, or at everyone, you will be out unless you send a message to at Dozer Tingler and at James, and you'll stay out. Bet that. Okay, Kemper, as I sent you friend request. Okay, so 2 days until server release. Bro, what is that supposed to do with Minecraft? I don't know, nothing, I guess. Okay, lol. Since the server gets released in 1 day, let me or at James know if you have any questions. By the way, it will release at 5 p.m. for our time, which since we live in the same time zone, for our time, which we all live in the same time zone, so we don't need complex with that. Can you restrict griefing even more? Okay, so sorry. Hold on. What was? Can you restrict griefing more when recording? Because griefing can be a massive problem. So you're allowed to put traps in people's bases, but it needs to be a fall damage trap, and you are allowed to take their stuff if wanted recording or not. Everyone will need your username, as is forced whitelisted. No dip Sherlock. All right, you will be added to the whitelist. Be quiet, James, but I don't care about you. For the first day, you cannot team with anyone. So if you team with someone and you get caught, you'll be kicked until tomorrow. I have decided that I'll be peaceful and trade for resources. He was basically being a pacifist. He was Prince Sam, but in this SMP, not the lifestyle SMP. Just hope you don't die from anyone. Okay, I'll be peaceful and mine and not team with anyone. Okay. To be honest, I'm not gonna go for anyone as long as they don't go for me, but I will trade with you for food and stuff. I took a screenshot. We should all build a spawn lobby. At spawn, I agree. What work together and hope that does not get grief. So this is where I guess our first argument happened. Is he said we can't grief bases. Now a base is somewhere that you live. A lobby is where you spawn. This is a spawn lobby. In the spawn chunks. Now we did never say that we can grief spawn chunks, but we never said that we can't grief spawn chunks. I never griefed them, I don't think. But it's a lobby, not a base, for the most part, baller. So if we call one of our bases that can be griefed, no one shall claim it then. I'll build a base under it. That actually never happened. So we never built a lobby, which might be a good thing actually. But yes, sir. What if someone does grief it? Then we go after them. How about that? Yes, sir. I can agree on that. We just target them bounty style. So would you? So like y'all want a team after the first day? I don't know. I kind of just want to work on the spawn lobby on the first day. You know, we're gonna need to collect a lot of resources for it, though. I'm not teaming. Yeah, all right, but I will be peaceful. Okay, all right. True that. We can all just grind for the first day, and we basically just talked that first day. I might actually have that recorded. I might. So I'm gonna guess it could have been like right here. Let's see. So this was at 4. This was at 11. However, if we go and look at when the call was done, the call was done at 11:08 a.m. 11:08 a.m. Here's the call. I will Oh yeah, at Fulbright.
That is actually a busted idea. Yeah, we should do it Fulbright for the resource pack.
Here. No. Well, yeah, because it's probably better for the screens, bro. Okay. Is it frozen? Wow, how rude. If we find a different one that people recommend, like both of us, then maybe. But we can talk about that one. This is kind of crazy to kind of see and look at, you know. I actually spent 2 minutes scrolling, and he's saying that, well, 2 minutes isn't that bad. I'd mostly just, you know, like, I don't know, maybe I can't get to work on this, but this shows the entire call. The length of the call. We played Death by AI by the looks of things. Which, okay, cool. Who won? I make myself immune to venom, then until the other two that I'm too straight for them. Of course, you know, it freezes again, you know, I mean, that's pretty average. It does honestly piss me off every single time it freezes, because it's like I'm trying to show something. And look, it's frozen. It's frozen. Well, I'm trying to show you guys something cool. So, oh wait, maybe my computer was just in sleep mode this entire time. I'm not sure. So, yeah. That probably was the first day of it. 3.5 hours until it gets released. The server gets released in about 40 minutes. Remember, you are allowed to record if you join a call. You need to know that your voice or real name may be in a recording or a stream without your permission. The server gets released in 20 minutes. Meeting time. The server is going to start soon. Christian ain't on. Wow. 4 minutes till release. The boy. This isn't. I don't know if this is something now, but it will not work to get in the Boys SMP we played. Minecraft username to join the server. And this is nice to look at. This is what his base was to begin with. Original. Honestly, the screenshot looks a lot better. I don't know what you guys think, but like, this screenshot's so much better. I don't know. So this is my fault. Today was meant to be a peaceful day to reduce death by mobs. So tomorrow and the rest of today will be a peaceful only day. My fault. That's crazy. Everyone, welcome. But mobs are good for string and bones and arrows. I haven't been killed by any yet. No, but there are 2 people in this group that just started Minecraft, and this will help them prepare. And then this, my friends. So this was done at 12 p.m. on 10/19. Okay. So 10/19. Let's see if I can find that. 10/19. I can. This is the only recording I have.
Okay.
I know exactly what recording this one is, guys. This is me trying to trap no, it was Henry. Let's say Marv. Um, I really have no other recordings that day. That's wow, that's crazy. How long was this one? Hour. I deleted a lot of them. I got rid of all my recordings before this one, because this one is the one when it started. Then this one is like a video came out. I actually don't know if I can technically show this video, but I mean, it is meant to be Boys SMP, but I guess we can show some of it. So this one I find pretty cool because he got rid of the chop chat, the replay, and I have it. So I don't know if you guys are not Juice WRLD fans. I'm sorry, skip past this. But what we're gonna do instead is during the premiere, we're gonna go. You can't actually hear it, but so it's basically this is the guy that like drops a lot of Juice WRLD videos and whatnot. So I'm not gonna play much more than that. I don't know if that would copyright me. I actually have learned this song on the guitar. But see if I can find the one. This actually isn't in the video anymore because the official people, grade A, dropped the official music video. So yeah, this is a really bad one to pause on. Yeah, so pretty cool. I guess that's all. Kind of. Okay, I gotta get on my PC to check, or it might just be Zeb Ipu. Okay, Andrew. Okay, I'll be on in a bit. Okay, good. Hello, yes sir, bus and oops. I just noticed I was spamming. Sorry for that. So it's honest. So he will actually spam a lot more than he did back then, and he called this spamming. So this is when he was making his. This is when he was making his bass. My brother was making his. Guys, join the other call. Looks like I've been hidden in the depths. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I don't know what this means. Hello. Zeb, if you wanna. Okay. I did this in. What the heck? I did this in October. No idea. Make a whole Discord server for the Boys SMP. I was gonna do it when we hit 8 people. And I think we did, but I kept putting it off. For now on, you are not allowed to use any texture pack unless approved by me or James, unless it is Fulbright, of course. This process is to send the file to me and him so we can test it. All because of me. No, I was already planning to do this. Nope, cap. The server should have been. The server should have been. Scared the hell out of me. The server should have been called. Prince English is not him at all. When we had this battle. People without permission. So you can tell we kind of crashed out here. My brother crashed out a lot on the server. Yeah. Go ahead to use me to get the advancement. Just to let everyone know, you will not be able to use any of my farms without my permission. Doesn't matter what or why. If you want this to be the same for you, just say so. Alright, just to say there's a new update and then a single day later there's so that no ledges. You may not go to the end to kill the Ender Dragon or really at all. We will know if you're in the end. If you are caught, you will get a permanent suspension. When we're 1 month. We didn't do it in 1 month. You mean I'll get on right now? On the 27th of October. This is just because it's my birthday. Okay, stop calling me. I'm ringing you. LOL. Who did this, bruh? Delete that. Because it has a racial slur. Whoa. James, it's probably you with your Photoshop again. Nope. You need to go away. I'm not sure what that means. No way. What the heck? I'm too OP. So, this is dead serious. This is real. That was not cheated for. I know it sounds like too good to be true. That was not cheated for. Now, the way I got it was cheated for. Basically, like, if you guys can tell, those are all drops from witches. What is that, glowstone? Probably. Gunpowder, that's a drop from witches, and you gonna believe it, creepers. Sugar. Redstone is probably right here or right here. What is that? Stick. Spider eye, which is also a drop from a witch. And spiders, which is probably a string. The thing is, I put spawners inside of the mob grinder, and witches were super common. So, that's the reason why. Here was the OG pick. The thing is, he actually never listened. So, there are some of the rules for the dragon fight, which is using no bazooka the dragon and purging out to entities. You go light, try before every 1 ounce. That's all. How about we tell the people when that fight happens? I already did. How convenient, I'm recording. Was I recording? So October 25th. Oh, October 25th. Alright, let's see. So was it recording October 25th? I was. In fact, I had two. So when was that? Oh, hold on. When was that sent? It was sent 4:36. 4:12. Alright. Probably actually wouldn't like get any sort of copyright for it for that, but still. So October 25th. So for well, like right over here. What? So wait, when was it? 4th. Oh, okay. 4:22. Okay, 4:22. 4:22. Ready? He clearly didn't like being Alright, I will screenshot this one. Okay, we'll do that and then give me 1 second, guys. This one is going right to James. Okay, and now we shall get this one. That is going right to him. 2 seconds later. There we go. Alright, let's carry on with that video now.
F you.
I haven't for the last 2 hours.
F you.
Whoa, James. Wow. James, you don't say that stuff. That's just messed up. Man, he just broke my heart, bro. Because of that, I have to end the video. No, on a real serious note, I'm going to end the video here. I appreciate you guys so much for watching. And honestly, no, I'm not. I won't end it yet. We'll watch a little bit more. Alright, is that the rest of the video? I'm not sure. Oh, crap. It's more of me, I guess, want to spill, like, break some ice, kind of expose more. I think this is one.
I guess I could send you this. Oh wait, I just realized that was actually a pretty dumb idea because now I'm not even know what $128 out or not. We do have some people on the server. So we have Crunch, which you can probably hear in the background a little bit. And then we have Feeling like gaming on right now. So yeah, pretty cool people that are on right now.
Not really.
I think
Nah, I'm kidding. James is pretty cool, and my brother, not really.
Basically, might go join the call and kind of see what happens there. I'm recording, so guys, don't say a lot of bad stuff. What? Is there another way to restore it?
Armor durability.
Grindstones don't restore it, unless you have the same. I mean, if you.
The only way grindstone can restore durability is if you put another item of the exact same thing into it. So, like, if you have a diamond chest plate, then you need another diamond chest plate, and let's say they're like 100 durability each, then I think you'll get to 100 out of it. I'm not fully sure.
If you have the same material.
Okay, I'll just explain it there. Okay, guys, that's the end of the video.